then for your A final, the grand finale for our super lightweight cadets. It'll be Laurie McVeigh who leads them away on this one. Rory Hamilton alongside Alex Cox and Luka Batuev on row number 2. Jude Padafoot and Margaris Kavekis on row number 3. Ali Sadiq is next with Corey Chapman. What a day he's had working his way up through these grids, starting there in 8th. Oliver Yangu and Jacob Underhill round out the top 10. Then it'll be Edward Jones and Max Lovell on row number 6. Aidan Hammond and Charlie Cipregi are on row 7, with Teddy Young and Jensen Barnard on row 8. Then it's Wyatt McAllister and Ewan Farrelly on row number 9. Ben Hunt and Druv Rort are on row number 10. And then on row number 11, not shown on our grid graphic there, but remember we still have those promotees from the B final. It'll be James Vout and Jack Beasley who have earned their spot on the back of this A final grid. Well, who is going to take home the spoils here? The big trophy final is about to get underway for round 4 of them. They're going around again, so I won't build it up quite that much. Bear with me. But actually, I need that. I need a breather after what just happened.
That was quite a dramatic B final for the juniors that we've just seen. They'll go through the cut through. We should mention as well, we have a new live championship leader because Ellis Cox has now taken the championship lead by 3 points over Rory Hamilton. So keep an eye out for those two, obviously, in this race. Laurie McVeigh going out for race wins in this campaign this season. Has already used more than his dropped scores. I think we're going to go round again for at least one time. I think this is because they're trying to recover the stranded cart that was used by Mason Chahal in the previous race. Should mention our championship leader heading into today, Aidan Hammond, is in this race but starts down in the middle of the pack, around about 14th place. But then again, these conditions have been so wild today, it's not out of the question that Aidan Hammond could work a way through this field. We're going to go around at least one more time because the pace cart has not pulled away. If you're just joining us, live coverage of the Club 100 Cadet and Junior Championships here at Lydd in Kent, round 4. Awaiting the start of our Cadet Super Lightweight A final. 130 championship points on the line for the race winner in what is one of the tightest championships, not just here in the cadets and juniors field, but in all the Club 100 championships, including the seniors this year. This is one of the most wide open set of standings that we've got in 2023. Wet conditions, windy conditions as they've been throughout the weekend. I would say with that spice of the dampness out on track. Now we're ready to go. 11 minutes on the clock. All eyes on Laurie McVeigh. He's gone very early there, and it's going to be a false start. That's going to go round again. Yeah, instantly there, and I think that's for the best, because I think Rory Hamilton was caught slightly off guard there. He was. Because to be honest, I was caught slightly because the pace cart just went, and usually there's some gesture to show it. I didn't see it if there was one. But yeah, Laurie McVeigh will... well, I say resume. Nobody actually broke out of position there. Nope. And there is no pace cart in front of them. So at the moment, McVeigh, he is the pace setter. No, I think that was called because McVeigh just went a little bit too early. Yep. So expect one of our Club 100 staff members out on the last corner to just say, let's keep it calm. Because they have all kept it in that same formation, we should be able to go straight away. Good turnaround here. Rory Hamilton will make sure he doesn't get jumped again this time. That's a much better one. 11 minutes away we go for the Cadet Super Lightweight A final. Into the first couple of corners we go. McVeigh goes deep. It's been a good start for Ellis Cox. And off into the gravel goes Laurie McVeigh. He keeps it going. No, he's lost it now. The 83 is out of it as well. Oh, what a terrible, terrible start for Laurie McVeigh. Just too much speed. Into the first corners. He went wide. He got grabbed by the bark on driver's right-hand side, and any chance of winning this race is gone. And I nearly said it, Andrew, with all of the laps doing the rotation, it builds the tension, not just for us as the audience, but for the drivers as well, mentally. And one just wonders, did that build there? It was Charlie Cipregi who joined him, I'm afraid to say, in that off there in the bark. So that's opportunity for him
largely gone in this race.
Underhill round. Jacob Underhill in the green and white helmet has gone in the number 20 as well. Well, has already had a spin in the Pre-A final, was able to work his way back up to P10 by the end of that Pre-A final, has got it all to do again here in the Trophy A final.
And it's Ellis Cox.
Yeah, end of lap 1. Ellis Cox, who got a great start, didn't go too deep. But here comes the number 58 of Jude Pudderfoot as well. On the inside, the number 10 of Rory Hamilton. What a start to this cadet super lightweight final. Ellis Cox, as we say, your new live championship leader, was third in the Pre-A final. Big opportunity to stamp his authority at the halfway mark of this 16-race calendar. But Jude Pudderfoot, what a great start. And for the driver in the number 58 there.
And who's in fourth, Andrew? But Corey Chapman, who won the Pre-B final, has worked his way up during the Pre-A finals to get a great grid spot for this one, and is now right in there. Is going for the lead there is Jude Pudderfoot, but he goes too deep in the horseshoe. He surely can't find the grip on the inside there, and Ellis Cox is back through momentarily. Pudderfoot was ahead. Now he's having to defend against Hamilton on the back straight. It's somehow as they were at the start of the lap in terms of order, but there was not without drama there on this second lap of the race, and it's allowed Corey Chapman and as well Kavekis to catch up, as well as there's a penalty for Aidan Hammond. Don't know what that one is for, but the contender who came into today as your championship leader has not had the best day at the races.
Marguris Kavekis is coming into this as well. The driver in the number 15 started the day so fast in the qualifying sessions, was really on top of things in the slippery conditions at the start of the day. Is the fastest driver once again out on circuit, 63.6898 as side by side go Pudderfoot and Hamilton. Pudderfoot has not been outside the top 5 in any race he's competed in so far this year, but is yet to have a win. Best result is a third. Track limit warning for Laurie McVeigh as well. And Ellis Cox all the while is just around the outside goes Hamilton.
What a move.
Brilliant move by Rory Hamilton to take second place through the horseshoe. Had the grip on the outside line, got it right off of the horseshoe as well, and now sets about trying to challenge his championship rival Ellis Cox.
Top 5 then, and pretty much nose to tail here at the head of the field. Ellis Cox, Jude Pudderfoot, Ellis Cox, Rory Hamilton will be confirmed off the back of that amazing move. Jude Pudderfoot, then it's Marguris Kavekis and Corey Chapman, your top 5. Great battles happening throughout, by the way. Laurie McVeigh had that disappointment. It's back up to 7th, Andrew, and with the fastest lap of the race. So don't count Laurie out. He is still very much in this, trying to fight his way back up. And Luka Batuev, the member of the top 7 that I didn't mention there. But Pudderfoot not letting go of this chase for second place on Rory Hamilton. And there is the 50 of Corey Chapman, the 28 of Luka Batuev, and then Laurie McVeigh trying to catch up onto the back of these carts as Rory Hamilton takes a wide line into the horseshoe there. The 15 of Marguris Kavekis challenging Jude Pudderfoot for third place there. As you can see, plenty of good battles going on as well, as Oliver Yangu's in a battle there. And this is for the lead of the race here. Ellis Cox versus Rory Hamilton. Hamilton has a think about it, Andrew, but I don't think he's going to have the overspeed there as they come out. Look at this, nose to tail, the top 4 in the cadet super lightweight A final.
It's been a super, I think it's been race of the weekend so far. It's to the inside, runs Hamilton, but Cox is going to have the quicker line off of chicane number 1. That was a warning shot from Hamilton into chicane number 2. They go. We're not even in the second half of this race yet. We've already seen so much happen. Ellis Cox soaking up the pressure at the moment, side by side between Kavekis and Pudderfoot, and Kavekis is through.
Yeah, absolutely. Kavekis with a very wide line through, the likes of wide line through that bottom corner, and it served him well there. Got great drive off of that and gained a couple of kart lengths on Pudderfoot, who he just demoted down to 4th. Look at this, the top 3 almost going side by side here into the horseshoe. They all take a slightly wide line here. Ellis Cox is your 11 car. Then it's Rory Hamilton in the 10. We've seen Hamilton have good strength through this part of the circuit. Got a nose alongside the rear wheels of Cox, but then lost out, and actually, if anything, is exposed to Marguris Kavekis into this last corner of the lap. And still, Pudderfoot is with them, and still, actually, I say still, Luka Batuev really coming onto the back of these drivers here as well. Still close amongst our top 5, as Max Lovell is making gains on Hani Sadiq, and Jack Beasley has made gains on Laurie McVeigh. McVeigh's charge, Andrew, has been halted somewhat here with some great passes from drivers around him.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be hard work for them now. No podium yet this year for Marguris Kavekis, but it's taken that wider line once again.
It's worth working together here, Andrew, as penalty.
That's going to be track limits.
Penalty for Laurie McVeigh. Yeah, he's just violated those a few too many times as Hamilton is round the outside. I don't think he's got enough in his kart to repeat the move that he did a few laps ago on Jude Butterfoot. But again, he has good drive onto the back straight. This time he's not been balked in the early part of the straight. What speed does he have in the slipstream of the 11 kart of Ellis Cox? I'm not sure there's enough there, as there's a penalty for Jack Beasley, and that's going to be costly for him because he was trying to find his way up through the top 10 in this one. Corey Chapman, by the way, has dropped off the back of these top 5. I'm intrigued to know if Chapman and Lovell, the likes thereof, are working together here. Once again, we see the alternative lines being taken by Cox and Hamilton through the first chicane. Once again, Ellis Cox is positioning his kart beautifully here, but Hamilton's going to try and swing around the outside, and he's got it done into the second chicane, but look out for Marguris Kavekis as well. Can't get the drive off the corner. It's Rory Hamilton to the head of the field with a bold move around the outside of chicane 2.
And that was all on the exit of chicane number 1. He got Cox off the optimum line and managed to get it once again. Another overtake. It takes a couple of corners to get past drivers here round Lydd. That was superbly done by Rory Hamilton. Now this is a big lap. Can he try and drive away from the rest of the field? And Lee, we saw a couple of finals yesterday decided pretty much by second place giving up the chase for the lead and deciding I'm going to try and hold on for second place here and just allow first place to romp off into the distance. Something tells me, though, we're not going to get that today in this Cadet Super Lightweight A final, and we're all here for it. Track limit warning for Wyatt McAllister in the number 19. Into the first chicane they go once more, and this time Ellis Cox tries a slightly different line there, Howard. He's learnt from that move by Rory Hamilton. He's now taking a slightly shallower line.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of these drivers have had an A final win apiece. One is a pre-A final win for Rory back at Glenny Gores, and then Ellis Cox took the win at the second round in the trophy final, the second round at Wilton Mill. So they've both had a win. They've both bagged 130 points once. Marguris Kavekis, right with them though, has not had a win yet this year.
Butterfoot's coming back into this as well.
Don't count them out. And having said, Laurie McVeigh's dropped down, has got that penalty for track limits, but somehow has come back up to 7th place. Laurie McVeigh is being very persistent here. He's pushing to get back into things here. Corey Chapman as well. Don't count him out. You just saw them there towards the back of your shot. Under 2.5 minutes now on the clock. Rory Hamilton leads in the number 10. Ellis Cox is a new fastest lap of the race from Rory Hamilton. He's throwing everything he can here to try and bridge the gap, but fair play to Ellis Cox is keeping him honest.
It is indeed a 1 minute 3.6, so both of them set personal bests on that last lap. This is hard work now for Kavekis there in 3rd place. He's got to keep pushing on because Butterfoot is also going quicker than he's done so before. 1 minute 3.746 last time around. Track limit warning for Luka Batarev, who's just trying to hold on at the moment there in 5th place. He's 1.2 seconds back from this lead quartet into the horseshoe once again. Less than 2 minutes to go now on the clock. Not long at all for Rory Hamilton to strike back and potentially take the championship lead at the halfway stage of this season, especially if Kavekis is going to have a go at Ellis Cox. No, sits in behind as they go into the double right-hander to finish lap number 9. Track limit warning for Drovraus as well.
Some recent passes that have occurred. Jack Beasley's got by on Max Lovell, and also Wyatt McAllister's got by on Jensen Barnard for 15th place. So good battles happening throughout the field as the fastest lap of the race is posted by Marguris Kavekis as he tries to apply this pressure to Ellis Cox ahead. But Andrew, difficult call this. You don't want to, you kind of want to work together to stay in touch with Rory Hamilton here. It's going to be this lap and one more. And I don't know.
I think Kavekis, if he wants to win this race, has got to get through on this lap because Ellis Cox is starting to defend a little bit here.
Yeah.
Holding off Kavekis, recognising I don't think he's got the pace to get back ahead. He might be able to follow Rory Hamilton, but I don't think he's got the power to get back ahead of the number 10 kart. 30 seconds to go, or thereabouts on the clock. Is Kavekis going to get the good drive? He's looking perhaps for a move into the last couple of corners, but no, good top end for Ellis Cox. Has got the drive into the last couple of bends. Last lap, Rory Hamilton hasn't won a Trophy A final so far this year. Can he take this one now? But we've seen drama here today in all of these races. We saw drama one race ago in the B final for the juniors on the last lap. Are we going to get another bit here in the cadets? Ellis Cox is properly defending now. He wants to hold on to that second place, but Kourakis is going to be up alongside, and Putterfoot's still there as well.
Good drive off the corner, though, and Putterfoot is seizing the opportunity. It's actually worse to have taken the shallow line here, and Putterfoot is going to throw Ellis Cox the lifeline by having a go here at Kourakis. He wants a podium position here at Lydd as they come back up the circuit. Rory Hamilton's going around the horseshoe, and it's Putterfoot and Kourakis who are actually going side by side here. Can Putterfoot find good grip on the inside? I'm not sure that he can. Rory Hamilton surely has enough in hand now to just bring it home. Ellis Cox, and look at the run that Kourakis has. Is he going to go for it into the final couple of apexes? Rory Hamilton will come round to take a brilliant win here, but it's going to almost be a drag to the line for second place in the podium. It's Ellis Cox in second, Marguris Kourakis in third, ahead of Jude Putterfoot, who just misses out on a penalty. And it's Laurie McVeigh gets by on Luka Batuev. There's a penalty to be applied there to Laurie in his final result. He fights back up after that dramatic first corner to finish fifth on the road. Luka Batuev is next, ahead of Corey Chapman. Again, I say hats off to Corey for how he's fought up through the order today. Jack Beasley in eighth, but I also think there's a penalty due there. Harney Sadiq in ninth, Max Lovell in 10th, ahead of Aidan Hammond in 11th. Not the result he needed for his sort of championship campaign at the sharp end there, but drop scores still may help him out there. Aidan Hammond, Wyatt McAllister in 12th, Ben Hunt in 13th, Charlie Chipregi in 14th, and it was Oliver Yangu, Jensen Barnard, Jacob Underhill, Druv Rort, James Vout, Teddy Young, Ed Jones, and Ewan Farrelly